All right, body boys and body girls alike, welcome back to old When It Rains, It Pours. I'm Keith Ray.
John Ray.
Welcome back to the show. Got to say, John, I'm very happy that we're recording this episode right now, seeing as there was yet another shooting within a very short distance of our lovely penthouse apartment. I woke up Friday morning to a little rat-a-tat-tat from the gat. Kid out front shooting a 22 at some car driving away. I know I didn't worry you with this yesterday afternoon when we spoke, but I want to say it feels good to finally understand that Chris Rock bit about like having to army crawl around your own apartment.
What, it was just out in the
right out in front, couple doors down, and I gotta say, it works better than an alarm clock.
Yeah.
You can't hit the snooze on rat-a-tat-tat, you know? You really, when you wake up in fear for your life, you don't need any coffee. I went and got me an orange juice at the gas station that morning, my friend.
Yeah, I guess I should have left you one of my guns here for self-protection.
Well, you understand, like so many people who watch our show understand, that I shouldn't own a firearm for multiple reasons. I have anger problems. I have problems with depression. Also, I just treat them like they're toys, which they're not. They're serious implements of death.
Yeah, they're serious business.
I gotta say, the 22, though, can you really die from a 22 unless you get hit in the head?
Not you. You got enough cushioning.
You know, they could probably shoot me in the tit.
It's not going to hit any of your organs.
And it helps that I have such a small heart. You know, like it's just this, if I had a heart that was like big, like I'm big, then I'd probably get hit in the heart.
Yeah, it's only going to really hurt you bad if it hits one of your vital organs or like an artery.
Yeah. You'd shot. I've actually recently heard that the new preferred method of suicide for men by knife is actually a stab into the upper thigh, as opposed to the, down the river, typical wrist slashing. If we were to say almost
so crazy,
like the kind that's in most novels where they romanticize suicide,
trying to get the carotid artery.
Yeah, bro. I mean, that's the thing is, like, men are more likely to, or are less likely to attempt suicide, but should they attempt suicide, they're way more likely to follow through and actually accomplish suicide. Just one of the many things that men are better at than women. And that brings us back to
National Women's Month. Come on.
It's Women's Appreciation Month. You're right.
Women's History Month.
Yeah, wham. Women's Appreciation Month. Wet Ass Appreciation Month. I'll try my best to be a little more respectful. I gotta say, I am feeling good this week. Survived this shooting, and I got this new shirt, bro. What do you think?
It's nice.
You like it? Okay, because
looks like a Samoan Bob Ross painted it.
I bought it because I thought it was the ugliest shirt I'd ever seen in my life. I was like,
you can wear that if you're on a beach or something.
Well, I mean, live life like you're at the beach.
Don't wear it out in the parking lot of our podcast complex. You might find trouble.
Well, I don't want to run into homie with the deuce, because I got to say, he means business.
Dude,
even if you're driving away, he'll keep shooting.
The last 2 days, I saw 2 Lamborghinis and a Ferrari just driving home from work.
Really?
I saw a Lamborghini yesterday, and then today I saw a Lamborghini and then a Ferrari.
Man, it sounds like people know what to do with them stimulus checks. You know what I'm saying?
There wasn't anywhere around here. If you got one of those cars, you ain't getting any stimulus either.
That's a good point. I heard they cut it off for the elite. But basically, the only reason I want to mention my new shirt, it's not like a flex, okay? This is $12 off the rack, straight up, Walmart. ugly delicious. I really do like it. But I do understand it's a hideous shirt, and that's why what attracted me to it is like, oh, it pops like a motherfucker. It's gonna look terrible, clashes with everything around you. You know, even if you surround yourself with King Tut heads and old sailboats, it still doesn't look good.
I don't know. It's not that terrible, really. I think I could probably pull it off. Maybe like with some nice khaki shorts and some shoes with no socks.
I don't know how you knew that khaki shorts was where we were going with this. But I was told by my friend who is like deep in the Democratic Party out in outer space where I work. And like, I mean, so much so he made statewide news here in Indiana for calling Mike Pence on his bullshit when he held some town hall when they started the whole running for president again thing with the Trump administration. He came to my hometown, and my buddy went out and fucking thrashed him. Well, I heard from him after I bought this shirt that apparently Hawaiian shirts are for fucking Nazis now. Like they stole Hawaiian shirts and pretty much all golf attire, which I mean, you've got the TaylorMade on right now. I want to know how you feel about the fact that your favorite leisure sport, as well as my new overshirt look, have been co-opted by National Socialists here in America.
I don't get it. What golf stuff?
Well, basically, if you wear a polo and khaki shorts or a Hawaiian shirt and khaki shorts, you're a tiki torch carrying neo-Nazi piece of shit. And that's why I bought the sweatpants shorts to go with my Hawaiian shirt.
I thought it was like specific color and make of like polo shorts or something. Shirts.
Is that
it's
the
not
case?
Just any polo
it's not just
shirt.
any I thought it was all polos and all Hawaiians. Like you and I have to watch out for Antifa now. Because we got a bike chain coming to the face. Like that's what my buddy told me. He's like, I'm just warning you. You live in Indianapolis.
Don't fuck with me.
I hear that.
No, I'm probably pretty safe. Like I wear more athletic style golf attire, like
not so much
Adidas,
the Biff from the yacht club kind of look, which is really it's the yacht club look that has been.
I gotta wear that Climalite fucking Adidas shit or I'll sweat my ass off. You see me in a real like knit polo shirt in the middle of summer on the golf course is gonna be the color of sweat.
It's gonna be darkened up a little bit.
Yeah, I gotta have that breathable shit.
Yeah, I just feel like I feel almost like a duty as a newly born fashionista to take the Hawaiian shirt back from the Nazis. Not take the Hawaiian shirt back and give it to Hawaiians, you know, but take the Hawaiian shirt back for good white people. It should be okay for a decent white person to wear a fucking Hawaiian shirt. God damn it, it looks great on us. You know what I mean? It gives us the opportunity. It would look better
with khaki shorts than black sweatpants shorts.
But, dude, I got to make sure not to upset people politically with my attire. Like, I'm trying.
So that's what you're throwing it off. You're like, I still want to wear the Hawaiian shirt, but I don't want to match it with this specific. I didn't know the Hawaiian shirts were
Nazis. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know shirts could make you a Nazi.
It was mainly Hugo
Unless
Boss.
Your shirt says "I am a Nazi." I mean,
Hugo Boss all khaki, like that's the German tuxedo. Like the jean jacket with the jeans is the Canadian tuxedo.
Well, I've also got the
khaki shirt with the khaki pants is the German tuxedo.
I've got the socks pulled high too, so I can show solidarity with the Latino community. You know, the higher the socks, the downer the fool. I mean, I'm trying my best not to have anything political be said with my clothes, and yet somehow I came up short just by being like, oh, that shirt's ugly as fuck, I want it. Now I have to explain myself. I also want to explain to the people who watch our show, the beautiful folks at home. I want to tell them that last week when I said that I blow black security guards, that I was being facetious, and I feel like because I don't really have a real obvious sarcasm about me, that people are going to think that I actually go out and blow black security guards. Not that I think there's anything bad about doing that.
Well, you were using one of those simple diversion tactics.
It
Like,
was hyperbole.
you're throwing them off the trail. Like, you don't really blow black security guards. You just eat their butts.
Okay. I mean, I don't eat their butts either. I don't want that to get started. Because I feel like it's like stolen valor, dude. It's like stolen valor.
You told me that a few nights, like a couple nights, a few months ago.
I did not say that at all, that I eat black security guards' butts.
You said you did it for stage time in Muncie. It's like, dude, anybody can get stage time in Muncie. Like, I could go up anywhere that does comedy in Muncie.
This is true.
I never done a lick of comedy.
This is true. You could go up anytime and do Muncie
like, hey,
comedy.
Dude, check the vest. I'm funny, dude. Let's do it.
That vest
And they'd be
is
like,
so fly.
5 people? I was like, damn well tootin' I do. And they're like, get on up. Give them a call.
Up. Get on up there and do some dirt jokes, you know?
Yeah.
That's our new joke at the paper crack factory I work at, where we sell the pull tabs. Is like, because all the people that we sell to are idiots, and then all the people that they sell to are full-blown diminished capacity. So like we our joke is like, if we had a game called Dirt, people would be like, can I get that dirt game? That dirt, everybody just loves a dirt, you know? And so we just, because also that's how the people we sell to talk. They're either from the east side of Indianapolis or rural southern Indiana. So they get a little, it gets a little thicker than my accent has to
It's
offer.
like Larry the Cable Guy if he was actually that dumb.
Yeah, if he wasn't actually Dan Whitney writing this beautiful character for us to all enjoy.
Dude, that dude is the fucking genius, man.
He really is. He robbed so many people. He's like the Walmart of comedians. Like his business plan was good.
He does comedy for fucking football stadiums. College football stadiums.
Cheap and dumb. Keep it cheap and dumb, buddy.
College football stadiums. Bigger.
But I do want to, just before we wrap it up, about how, I mean, I don't want people to think that
Wrap
because
it up,
I have
throw
a
it in the
Hawaiian
trash.
shirt on that I'm a motherfucking Nazi. I hate Nazis. I would punch a Nazi. I'd punch a Nazi in his dick. I'd cuff his chick and drive off into an anarchist sunset. So I have
Dude,
no
I remember
interest.
you when you were like 4 or 5 years old. I don't know, Dad was watching some Nazi documentary or something. And you fucking, after that, you were scared as fuck of Nazis.
Yeah.
Big time. You're like,
That's why
like
he let
it
me
was a
watch the Blues
boogeyman.
Brothers at such a young age, to show me that Nazis
how
are nothing
dumb
to be
they are.
afraid of.
How dumb they are.
Yeah, you know, you can literally run them off of a fucking bridge. And by the way, fuck Illinois Nazis. Like, you know, Illinois Nazis, Indiana Nazis, doesn't matter where they're from. If you're a Nazi, fuck you. But this kind of segues perfectly into, you know, another fascist dictator that's made the news here in Indiana as of recent. I believe you know a little bit more about it than I do, but Papa John's back in the news.
Oh, yeah, Papa John.
The Mussolini of...
Straight out of Jeffersonville, Indiana.
Oh, yeah, he is. He was alumnus of Ball State University, where I went freshman year of college.
Got it.
Saw him speak once.
Yeah, he graduated.
Yeah, he graduated from there. I didn't.
Yeah, so, of course, he couple years ago, he got canceled for saying the N-word on a conference call, and
Oh, wow.
and I think he said it again, describing the story or something. But anyway, so now he's come out and he did an interview with OAN, and one of the quotes he had in the interview is, "We've had 3 goals for the last 20 months to get rid of this N-word in my vocabulary and dictionary and everything else because it's just not true."
20 months?
Yeah, I guess that's the amount of time since he resigned or whatever, something. Or maybe he took a couple months in between where he was still saying it, and then he was like, I really lost that CEO job I had.
I stopped eating.
Maybe I need to work on this.
He was Papa John. CEO, he was the guy, right? His name's John, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry you have to share a name with this piece of shit, but...
So it's like, then people immediately are like, dude, like, why did it take so long? Like, you really need to work that hard to stop saying the N-word so much?
Yeah, it really doesn't make any sense to me how, if you truly believe, if you agree with the people who canceled you that saying this word is a terrible thing and that you shouldn't do it anymore, you could just stop immediately and, move on.
Well, and then he came out and said, well, it wasn't really taken in context correctly, and what I really meant to say was, what did he say? I'm trying to get rid of the media narrative that it's part of my vocabulary.
Oh, okay.
Is what he meant to say, which I can see if, someone like me had that excuse, but how many commercials this dude did in his life for Papa John's? He's the only one, besides, of course, he brought on Peyton Manning.
He was essentially like the Jared of Papa John's, but just never
also
was
the
fat
owner
to begin with.
Yeah.
And was the owner, yeah.
But that's what I mean. This dude is media savvy. Like, he should have... It's kind of a lame excuse for you to be that wrong with how you word that statement.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, it's almost as if you didn't mean that at all, but meant something entirely different, and then chose to change what you meant after it was receiving backlash.
Well, part of it too is, like, to be honest, I think when he actually got in trouble for what he got in trouble for, he wasn't calling a specific person that name.
It was more...
It's not like people like Hulk Hogan or Dog the Bounty Hunter, where he's actually...
Which those were voicemails which is different than a live conference call. You have a recording so it can be listened to again and again.
But this is him using it as an example or whatever. Or trying to relay, it was because I think the conference call when he first said it was about, like, political correctness in their workplace and whatever. So
wow.
Maybe use an example or whatever.
Rather than saying N-word, he chose to use the word.
So it's not like he was
context for which he did use it.
Yelling at an old lady that's cut in line or he cut in line to them. He wasn't using it towards a person. So
takes a little of the sting off of it.
Like I said, this dude should have been smart enough to know...
You're too rich.
Don't do that, dude.
Yeah, you're too rich to be doing these things.
Being rich doesn't matter. Like I said, he's a consummate professional, like, very experienced media person. Like, he's done commercials for decades.
That's true. All I was saying with the whole rich factor was effectively poor people can say the N-word because you can't cancel somebody who's living in abject poverty.
That's the point. Is he shouldn't have. of course, he shouldn't have be taken 20 months to take it out. Like, dude, you should have known better in the first place that you can't say that. Like, dude, Paula Deen got canceled. The only people that like her is fat white people.
Yeah.
So, of course, they're gonna cancel you, you Guido son of a bitch. Like, what do you think?
Yeah. Old
Italian dudes are.
Old wet ass pussy over here is dropping the N-word.
Yeah,
that's not okay.
Every Italian, old school Italian mafia movie you see, they're all racist. Like,
oh yeah,
Molignon, whatever they say. But
well, even the show I've now recently sworn off, The Sopranos, because it turns people into girls. I've stopped watching it. Like they use the N-word a few times. They prefer Molignon, which is effectively the N-word in Italian. I don't want to be the M-word. I don't want to be canceled for. See, that's kind of like what he was doing, though. You see how I use the word because it's not a word that necessarily stabs me in my gut, in my heart, because that's the word that they say over and over again on the show, or basically, what I'm saying is fuck Papa John. I'm not trying to stand up for him.
Like,
but
he should have known better than to say that in a professional work environment.
Setting. That's a whole nother factor.
If you're explaining a story to a friend of yours, and it's just you talking, and it's important to the story, some people will think, "Oh, that's okay," but it's never okay to say that word when this dude is just stupid. Like,
yeah. I mean, I'm sure that you and I both.
It's like I said, it's different because I feel bad for him because it's not like he was being hateful towards a person.
Yeah,
he just was being dumb.
Kind of, he's ignorant.
The least thing that he did was just, at least he was just being completely stupid. But I mean, if you're gonna be that stupid, when, like I said, he should be much smarter.
Yeah,
maybe it wasn't his vocabulary too much.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It seems like a bad excuse to me, dude.
Exactly how much Tupac do you have to listen to before it's okay to say the N-word?
Dude, I really was never a big Tupac guy. Like, I like him.
Really?
And his stuff was good, but yeah.
He had this way of ending every verse with the title of the song that just absolutely wrapped me up. I thought Tupac was fucking the Black Bob Dylan. Like, straight up. I don't think that there was anybody as a poet or a musician that I held in as high regard as Tupac Shakur until I was probably 25 and I realized I was white and I had to give up this whole idea in my mind that people will look past the color of your skin and see who you are as a real person and your taste and things like that before they judge you for who you are as an individual. I thought, being somebody who listens to almost exclusively black artists, enjoys almost exclusively black comedians with very few exceptions, that people would just see that I got soul and I'm super bad. But no! Cursed pink and white. It's right there.
Yeah,
I can't escape it.
If Richard Pryor and Ralphie May were related and had a kid together.
See? I'm part crackhead, part fat ass. I'm a human being is what I am. I'm a fucking human being.
No,
my fucking skin color doesn't goddamn matter.
Yeah, Tupac and Biggie died when I was in middle school, but I don't know. So I always liked their shit, but I wasn't really into them where it's like, oh, they're dead now. It's like, shit I listened to, they said the N-word quite a bit, though.
Yeah, and I love it. I love it. It makes jokes better.
MJG, UGK, Devin the Dude.
Just A great
Ghetto
example.
Boys.
I don't know if you're a big fan of him,
The
but
Click.
he is well-known comedian Jamar Neighbors. Jamar Neighbors' stand-up is written to make the woman from the church lady from Compton and me both laugh. And you know how he accomplishes that? He writes it just for the church lady in Compton on her night that she's out drinking Alizé with the girls. You know what I'm saying?
I've actually met him a couple times. Yeah.
Really? He's a great guy. I've known him for years from the Comedy Store. I don't know if he would,
What, in LA?
I don't know if he could pick me out of a lineup necessarily, but we've crossed paths on the patio many a times talking. He's got one of the greatest wigs in the history of the entertainment
for sure.
industry.
He met me a couple times.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to I'll reach out and see if he'll come on. He's living in Austin now.
You know how I met him?
No.
He asked me for sugar a couple times. Boom. You got a bite on that cooker.
I'm sorry, bro. I didn't know.
You're like, really? You met him?
Yeah.
How
dude,
would I have ever met this obscure comedian? I mean, I know the name, but
when you were in high school, you sold me gullibility pills. I haven't grown up that much, is all I'm saying.
yeah,
you
but
know?
be curious too.
Be
Shit.
curious.
Say, how'd you meet him?
Oh, that's a good
It's
point.
Comedy 101, Keith. Come on, keep up.
I'm working on it.
But yeah, Papa John's, man. Like, the thing is like once he resigned, how much have you heard about it? I mean, dude wasn't going. It's not like he's Harvey Weinstein. He's facing prison charges and prison terms, charges in multiple states. All this.
Yeah.
He resigned from being CEO. Dude's worth $1 billion.
Why do you even want back in?
Just remain anonymous, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody forgot about you. You don't have. He wants to bring himself back in the limelight because he's every commercial.
Because he was Papa John.
Yeah, just drop it,
Your
dude.
pizza fucking sucks, bro.
Yeah, that's
it's
why
worse than Domino's.
That's why you have to have that good ass garlic butter because your fucking crust is cardboard, bro.
Yeah, it's trash.
Like, dude, this dude. Why do you need to go and do interviews?
Their cheese is better too.
Just be anonymous. Just take your $1 billion.
Yeah.
Go back to Jeffersonville, Indiana, where it's still perfectly okay to say the N-word, and build the biggest house in Indiana and shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah, bro. He still owns the house next door to the house.
Get a boat and go out in the middle of the biggest lake near you and shout the N-word as much as you want. You ridiculous person.
Ridiculous person. Oh, I like how you did that.
So just quit it, dude. We don't.
John's still on 0 days of saying retard on the podcast.
Dude, no. I know his struggle with. He's struggling not to say the N-word. I've struggled for the past month. I haven't said the R-word.
You just called me the R-word like last week on probably last episode.
The podcast, it's just slipped.
Okay.
That's just one. That doesn't really count.
It
That's like
it doesn't count when it's recorded for perpetuity throughout the universe.
That's just like if you go to a bar and they give you a Jello shot and you don't know there's liquor in it and you eat it and it's like.
Yeah, if you're in AA and somebody gives you a piece of Jello full of liquor,
we try to do it,
and you're like, I
I'm
was
savage,
hungry. I
so
had
it
low
didn't
blood
do
sugar.
anything to me, you know.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
I don't count that.
But like
I
struggle.
I said it, but I was describing the story of how I hadn't been saying it.
That's true. That's true. And well, except for when you called me it. But also, I don't want to get too far away from.
Well, you did some stupid shit.
I mean, that's kind of what I do. That's why I bought this shirt. I didn't realize it was so fucking stupid that people were going to think that I voted ever or, am in some other form of Nazi. I don't take into account how other people are going to feel about my actions before I do them. I've just always operated my entire life. Ask forgiveness, not permission. You know what I mean? Go ahead and do it, and if you find out you can't, well, then you can't do it anymore.
I think you're pretty safe, dude.
Yeah, because I'm like on the whole a pretty decent person.
No, I mean you're not that decent. You're a pretty shitty person, but
I mean, sure.
most people when they see you, they're like, this guy didn't mean any harm. Like, you're decent in that way.
There you go. That's about it.
A lot of other ways you're kind of suck, but as far as being affable and liking most people until they do you that much wrong, you know.
Yeah, I'm the guy.
You're very accepting. Like,
that's true too. Really, people always start out at 100%.
You'll take candies from anybody. Zimzers.
No, that's
she,
not true.
He, she's.
That's
she,
not true.
He's.
Because I've been seeing a lot of.
And when I say he, she, and she, he's, I don't mean.
You mean
derogatory.
he to her?
Yeah, I'm just shorthand. Shorthand.
Yeah, you're explaining their transition in the most simple terms available. Lowest common denominator. Understands.
Economy of words.
Economy of words. He to she to he. Either
yes,
way, we're not.
I don't mean it in the derogatory.
We don't hate the trans community on this show. That is not
especially
at all a thing.
You appreciate.
I really do like you. I like the. They really.
You're like Jim Norton before he lost all that weight.
You know, like that whole thing about like how like guys can suck dick better because they are guys and they know how you need it to be.
I never heard that.
You've never heard that before. You've never had a gay
subscribe to different mailing lists. I guess
you've never had a gay friend say that to you. You've had gay friends before. Every male gay friend of mine in my entire lifetime has said, "Well, we can just do it better because we have that equipment. We know what we like." Lesbians say the same thing too.
I've
heard multiple lesbians say this. Really? That's kind of sad. Well, I mean, that sounds more like your friends. You're with people who are in the closet. Because to not have any gay friends...
I have had a couple, but...
Shit, you grow up post-MTV. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, I've had a couple, and it definitely isn't by design that I haven't had more, but...
But they're not as overtly sexual people as the gay friends that I've had.
The gay friends that I've had aren't the kind of friends that tell me their exploits.
You have such short eyelashes. Has anybody ever told you that? Do you trim your eyelashes?
No, I have very good facial hair, like excluding even my. I mean, I get
compliments on my eyebrows all the time.
Grow a good beard, but my eyebrows and my eyelashes are both on point. Yeah, for sure.
My lashes get long.
My
and
chest,
I have to actually
my
cut
back,
them.
And my neck. That's a different story. I start looking like a Viking. Like,
oh, come on. Well, fucking women love that shit. Women want a big hairy man.
Some do. That's true. Like some
girls want the shaved baby type body.
No, you're true. You're true with that.
Women want a big hairy man. But our eyebrows.
How do you think your boy Tony Soprano was crushing all that puss? It wasn't just the money.
What about the FBI agent?
Those chicks could get dudes with money that trimmed their shit.
The FBI agent
that dude looked
that
like
ends
a
up
bear.
on the team in the end, that tells him where Philly Atardo is so that he could have that motherfucker's head crushed up under a goddamn wheel. By the way, I've sworn off the Sopranos, like I said, because it turns guys into girls. But I did finish the series before I swore it off. And like that dude, the Italian fucking FBI agent, he's hairy as a motherfucker. Chris had a nice tuft. Even what's his name, Anthony Jr. starting to develop a little vampire-esque body hair towards the end there.
You said you swore it off, but you're still taking all your cues from every character on that show.
Look, Tony never had a shirt this ugly. His shirts were in vogue. My shit is wacky.
A lot of chicks do want a man that has some hair on him,
but in the eyebrow department, the men in our family, like you and me and Gilbert,
earthworm across their face.
You and me and Gilbert are fucking killing it. This is what the Kardashian family pays hundreds of dollars to have their eyebrows carved into with a chainsaw.
Your shit is pretty decent. I'll give you credit.
Yeah,
I don't do that.
I don't do anything to these. I don't touch these eyebrows. But my eyelashes, they grow like fucking Bobby Knight, dude. Fucking full-blown antlers coming out my eyes.
Yeah, I like the chest hair. I don't know. I could take down the back and neck hair a little bit.
You don't like it sticking out of the
hair,
shirt,
dude.
Nobody likes it sticking out of the shirt.
Sometimes.
And nobody likes what's with the built-in wife beater where it goes up over the shoulder.
If you're, I don't have
shave that shit.
That's Armenian type shit. You gotta be Greek or some type of shit to get.
How do you know
shit.
about Armenians? You're from fucking Indianapolis. You never lived in L.A. You know about Armenians? Do you watch enough podcasts to know about Armenians?
I listen to podcasts. I watch UFC.
Are there Armenians in the UFC?
Documentaries. Oh yeah. Oh, they're really good judo guys normally.
Are you familiar with the genocide that happened in Armenia?
Oh yeah, it was terrible.
Well, I don't think this is the best segue I've ever made, but I will say probably as terrible as the next person we're about to talk about, Milo Yiannopoulos.
Oh no, Armenians they're like you know. They don't put up with that shit. They're a real machismo culture for sure.
No, I've worked with many Armenians. I worked for an Armenian family. One of my best friends.
They wouldn't work with Milo.
No, they wouldn't work with Milo.
Even after this new news.
But as horrible as what happened to them was, his existence is about the equivalent of the Armenian genocide. I'm not saying that I'm not taking anything away from the Armenian genocide. Armenian genocide was literally hundreds of thousands of people killed because of their race and religion.
Try and take the same thing away from the Jews with the Holocaust. They're like, oh, our genocide was worse than your genocide. You know, they're kind of that. It's like, dude, everybody suffered, man.
Well, this is my problem with PC.
It's not a contest.
Woke culture in general. Because that's all about words, suffered, right? Man. You know, it's all about this word suffering, you know. But like, I'm an American. The fact that I am an American, I live this life in America, is a result of the fact that we have dropped napalm on whole villages.
I just feel
Vietnam.
Bad for all those
fucking
people.
Like, there's real violence in the world, and like, so like just a flippant remark or a joke that might have gone too far just really doesn't seem to matter worth a fuck to me by comparison to, like, I don't know, real violence, genocide, these things. Maybe we should put a stop to all the needless death before we attack needless language.
Well, here's one thing you can say is, like, everybody nowadays, the left hates, they call them Nazis, whether they're Jewish, whether they're gay. Yeah. No matter what. They could be gay Vietnamese dude and Antifa's calling them Nazis and hitting them with milkshakes, and they could be a conservative Orthodox Jew, and they'll call him a Nazi. Well, no, he's a Jew, and Nazis killed Jews. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think he's a fucking Nazi.
He hasn't committed suicide yet, so I wouldn't call him a Nazi. Like, they throw that word around. Well, none of them call him Stalinists. Oh, you want to know?
Well, that would be facts. Somebody on their own side.
But Stalin killed more Jews than Hitler by far. But he was on our side in World War II, so drop it.
We'd have never got him from the East.
We don't talk about that
if it wasn't for Stalin.
Well, yeah, and he was all those Soviet soldiers. They lost more people than every other country combined.
Yeah.
Us, Japan, Italy, Germany, Russia lost more than, because they sent them out like sacrificial lambs. It's like when you send your soldiers out in Braveheart or whatever, and your soldiers are fighting in the battle, and then you send the archers out and say, just shoot, even though your own soldiers are out there too.
Yeah. You're just hoping to
they didn't give a fuck,
any
dude.
warm body.
Yeah, he was all the Ukrainians and Kazakhstanis and Yugoslavians and Uzbekistanis and all the Stanleys. All the Stanleys and all the Stanleys, all of them. Stalin didn't give a fuck, but nobody. It's all, oh, this guy's Hitler, even though he's Jewish. Well, just because he doesn't believe in the exact same thing as you doesn't mean he wants to kill
millions of people in ovens and gas chambers.
Yeah.
It's really hard because for me, like, I would like people to think of me as a funny, happy, fun-loving guy. And for the most part, I am in so many ways. But it's like, just by virtue of birth, when I wake up, if I pick out the wrong pair of tennis shoes and wear the wrong socks with them, like, same thing my buddy said about the shirt. He goes, fucking, don't be wearing socks and sandals. Apparently socks and sandals is a Nazi thing now.
I'll wear socks with slides.
Slides only. Slides only. Not thong sandals. If you wear socks with thong sandals, you're a psychopath. Okay?
Flip-flops.
Put them in the fucking... Yeah, you
can't do that.
Putting socks and flops on... Dude,
that's ridiculous.
Fit them for a fucking rubber room, okay? It's unacceptable. Fucking socks and not lederhosen. What's that one kind of sandal called? You know the one, Birkenstock. Socks and Birkenstocks.
Call those Jesus shoes.
Yeah, put them in jail. I don't have a problem with this. Fashion police or a canine unit with a bad attitude. Fucking throw them in the fucking slammer. I don't have a problem with that. But socks and slides is all right every day in this hood and every other fucking hood. Okay? I didn't wake up to the deuce to take my socks off before I put on my slides and go outside for a cigarette. And also, I've been playing reggae music on the patio. We'll talk more about it later, but it's the only thing that calms the geese.
No, they like it.
As soon as I start playing some fucking reggae on the radio, they all stop squawking. They all stop raping each other. It's fucking beautiful. But let's go on. We've gotten far enough away from old Milo. Nobody's friend on this podcast. I hope you die in a AIDSy gutter.
British gay Nazi.
Yeah, the British gay Nazi. They were real fans of homosexuals, the Nazi Party, I've always heard.
Well, he might get a pass now because he is blonde. Or, I don't know. It might not be natural, I'm sure. But now he's come out and said that he's ex-gay.
Ex-gay?
Yeah, and he's rehabilitating with conversion therapy, and over the next decade, he hopes to build its popularity.
Ex-gay.
Yeah, he said he's not gay anymore.
See, I feel like this is going to get thrown right back in my face because I said I'm not blowing security guards and I'm not gay. But I'm not saying that because I don't want people to think I'm gay. I'm saying that because I don't want the stolen valor of having pretended to be gay. I don't want to be one of those people that's like pretending to be a better person than I am based on my sexuality or gender.
That's the funny thing, though. It's like
I am what I am.
He's said before that he became gay to torment his mother, like as revenge, and
interesting.
She
probably molested him.
Use it as a deterrent from critics for his right-wing views.
Oh, okay.
Because you can't attack me, I'm gay. But everything else I say is super right-wing, but I'm still gay. I still get
I'm a gay Republican.
Butt fucked and all that.
So you can't get on me for saying that like Mexicans are subhumans because I take it up with the poop shoot. Like everything I've said about
he basically
he says he loves black men and also says that the negroid animal is fucking a subspecies of human. Well, he's a fucking lunatic.
He was basically using being a part of a protected culture as a defense to go after all the other protected cultures. Like,
using is a good word there because he seems like a real user, both of language and of people.
Yeah, he said he's no longer gay and he's sodomy free.
Sodomy free. So
Which he just got married.
what does that even mean?
He's, I guess,
You only have vaginal sex now? How
or
do you
just
go
none,
from
or
being-
just none. Maybe, who knows? But I mean, this dude has said such crazy shit about, it's okay for 13-year-old boys to have sex with grown men because it's reaffirming.
Did he say 13? Is that something right off the internet? Okay, well, that was why it was such a big deal, because it was only 1 year above 12. Because I would say it's okay for 14-year-old boys to have sex with grown men. I would say it's okay for 15-year-old boys, 16-year-old boys, 17-year-old boys, and 18-year-old boys all to have sex with adult men. And the reason I say that is that it would be sex, not rape, because it's a boy. If a boy doesn't fight and run away when he has sex with an adult person, boy, woman, or man, he wanted to have sex with. He wanted to have some sex.
As long as it would be okay for that same boy to have sex with the same age woman.
Yes, absolutely.
You'll say if they're gay, they
which
can
it would
have
be,
sex with the
which
same
it would
age man.
100% be, because because I'm not a homophobe. I'm not a fucking pro NAMBLA, 13 and under. Like, I have a hard line in the sand.
But that young of a girl with that age of a man, no.
Unacceptable.
Okay.
Yeah, you can put me to the. I'll take this to the mat with you or with Milo. I will. I would take it right to the mat. I'd put my knuckle right in your thigh. I'll tell you right now. That was why I was kind of upset. Was like, I thought Milo should have been canceled and disinvited from polite society because of his political opinions. He's a racist,
he's been
crude, disgusting person.
I think like he's been out of the limelight for a while, and this is just a way to get more attention, man.
It's pathetic.
But it's like he's married. I mean, he's married.
Yeah,
he said
to a black man.
He said that his husband is not happy about it, but
he's not happy about it.
As long as he keeps him in designer clothes and Porsches, he's fine with it. So
as soon as he woke up and hit the fucking Pookie and decided, oh, if I tweet that I'm straight now, I can get back trending on Twitter. Like, I mean, this dude he's either got AIDS or is on crystal methamphetamine. I saw him on the Legion of Skanks, okay? He's not looking good. And I know the pandemic hasn't been good to most people. It sure as shit has been good to me, and I'm not trying to throw shade at him, but he looked like Alice's Buyers Club last time I saw him publicly. And, do yourself up better, Queen. I mean, if you want to come out in public and be on high definition television, maybe, I don't know, throw a little fucking Pancake 94 on your fucking face first, because he looked haggard last time I saw him. He's just not the man that I've grown to despise anymore. And now he's straight. Oh, great. Welcome to the club, buddy.
I think it's
fucking fun.
It's just obvious. It's just like this whole era we live in, the fluidity. It's like you can go from being him to her, she to he,
Gay to straight, apparently.
Zim to zer, gay to straight.
We were excited.
Saying the N-word to not saying the N-word. Being a regular guy to being a TV show's mob boss wife. Like.
But you can't fix stupid, to quote Ron White.
Everything's just up for grabs. Like, everything is flat. Like,
I'm this, I'm that, I'm this.
Like, dude, if this was the time of grunge, Alice in Chains' biggest hit would be Man with a Box, not Man in a Box. Like, I'm the man with a box. You can call me Zer.
Or just shit. The people change their names to curse words too in this wonderful
this
world
one.
of hair dye. remember the guy from
TikTok.
Alice in Chains dyed his hair. He might have started all this.
This one
Might be Lane
TikToker
Staley's fault.
came
This is
out
all
as
happening.
being super straight because he's straight, but he won't have sex with transgenders.
So
So he's super cis or super straight.
So instead of being, because they don't really have a word for, like they have the pansexual, but they don't really have a word for somebody who is straight but fucks both cis and transgender females.
You can leave pansexual. If you're on TikTok, you're probably sans sexual. Like, dude, you're not getting shit.
Yeah, you're not getting.
You're wasting your time, bro.
If you're literally just anything I say for whatever attention it will get me, you're probably not getting fucked by any person who has any meaningful need to relate with you.
Reeks of desperation.
Yeah, it really does. Speaking of which, I'll be starting a new TikTok here within the next week or so, where I'll be discussing what's trending on Twitter. It's called Keith Hates Trends. That's the name of my TikTok, and I'll be starting that here within the next week. Thank you, John. You actually gave me a perfect segue. I wasn't going to bring that up, but now I'll put myself under the gun and start doing that because I, too, like Milo Yiannopoulos, more than I am gay or straight or
You
a
used
comedian.
to be gay and blow security guards, and now
No, like I was saying,
now you're straight.
more than I am
That's
gay or straight
You're more like
or a comedian.
You're more like Milo Yiannopoulos than you are Dave Chappelle.
Oh, okay. Well, so more than I am white or funny or fat, I am pathetic, just like Milo Yiannopoulos. Not funny, not gay, but still very pathetic in my eyes and the eyes of most people who know who the fuck he is.
You said it, not me.
But John, I know I said it.
you're
I know I
being-
said it, and I'll take it to the mat, bitch.
You're being
I'll take it to the fucking mat with you.
You're being converted phobic right now too. You're throwing a lot of shade towards
Milo will be tagged in this video, and I'm hoping to start a war.
Him-
Because if there's anything him and I have in common, it's the fact that we want more people to pay attention to us.
Him and Papa John are gonna start a support group with each other.
Yeah, well, I hope they blow each other on a big pile of calzones.
Yeah. I'm gonna freshen my drink. I'll be right back.
Welcome back, everyone. I think, John, I'm glad that you were able to refreshen, and I, myself, had a
Thirsty.
wicked piss building up inside me from 45 minutes confined to a chair, and so I was able to relieve that. I feel better. I feel better, and I feel like
Gave
it's-
yourself just a little bit more cancer too.
Well, I wait till I smoke that cigar after we're
Saving
done.
saving up for a rainy day.
Look, I'm a smoker. I like to smoke. I don't smoke on the podcast, so if we take a break from the podcast, I'm gonna smoke during the break. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I'm glad we're back, and
The
now
only smoke that's allowed in this complex is from guns. Don't even bring a heater in here.
yeah, don't smoke in your apartment. Don't smoke in the breezeway. But if that smoke is pouring out of an automatic that you just emptied, to no avail. I mean, or at least the guy who was driving away managed to leave the complex. I mean, I don't know if he later bled out and died, but I know that if he did, it was not on premises. So
22 and penetrating an automobile, man.
it was more about get the fuck out of here, get the fuck away. The guy who was shooting it, I don't think he even lives here. I didn't recognize him. And I'm not going to say he looked like Waka Flocka Flame, but more like a skinny version of Waka Flocka Flame. And thus, if Waka Flocka Flame has lost weight, I would also like to say that it is not Waka Flocka Flame. I'm just saying that was the look he was going for. You know, kind of like how I like to go for like a John Candy's nephew, you know, or like a straight version of the.
Like if they made a sequel to The Great Outdoors, but it was in Hawaii.
Yes, exactly. This is what I'm, anyway, we're not going to go into that story about how John Candy got me laid.
Candy.
He got me laid one time. I told this chick from Australia that I was his
biggest
nephew.
accomplishment of his life.
Yeah, dude. No, that's not true. He was a tremendously accomplished actor. He was in the Blues Brothers, for God's sake.
He was good in Stripes.
Orange Whip, 3 orange whips, dude.
He's good in Stripes.
Neither here nor there. He did get me laid one time because I told this girl from Australia that I was his nephew at the Comedy Store, and she was just looking to fuck anybody that was fat and funny. So
you're like Brad Williams.
I'm not like Brad Williams, where I pretended to be Carlos Mencia to have sex with a woman because I'm a midget and I can't get laid. He pretended to be
Wee Man.
Also, not the same thing.
John Candy's nephew and Wee Man are pretty much equivalent.
Look, telling a girl
celebrity status.
You're related to John Candy, and telling a girl that you are someone else that is alive.
The last credit on Jackass every time.
That is so rude. They should have put him top bill at least once after Johnny and Bam.
He's not that, like, dude, you see where some of those guys end up, man.
I'm kind of like a handsome Preston Lacey. That's
just
another
because
one.
Johnny Knoxville became successful.
And
Steve-O became successful. The rest of them,
I'm like a male Roseanne. I'm like a John Candy.
Heavy, overweight, and racist.
Loud, I was going to go with, but you could say.
A lot. Traumatic head injuries.
I've had 4 in my life. So, very serious head injuries in my life. Concussed after the DUI accident. Concussed from being knocked out on my birthday. Concussed from being beaten within an inch of my life on Valentine's Day.
Concussed from when you were born, they pulled you out with hamburger tongs.
That was pretty painful.
Like the tongue, the tongs that's one side's a tongue and the other side's like a little baby spatula. I love those fucking motherfuckers.
They are nice, right?
Yeah, they're not good for babies though.
No, it wasn't good. And frankly, the doctor was a little loose with the knife when I was being born. So that's neither here nor there. What I'm talking about is the woman of the week.
Wow, 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 wow.
No. It's woman of the week. Bum, bum.
Bum,
bum.
Bum,
Bum,
should be.
Bum, bum.
Oh, no, you're talking about.
Bum, bum.
Bum, bum. Bum, bum, be-dum. Bum, bum.
Bum, bum, be-dum. Bum, bum.
I'm a lady, I'm not a man.
Oh, man. Such beautiful music made by this woman. That's right. This woman of the week is not it's not Sandra Bullock.
Meghan Markle?
It's not Meghan Markle. It's not
Princess Di?
It's not Princess Di.
Queen Elizabeth?
It's not Queen Elizabeth or Queen Latifah. Okay?
Some chick in a burqa in Saudi Arabia sweating her ass off?
No.
Oh.
No.
Those are the only women I really know about.
This week's
Is it Sheena Easton?
No.
Sheila E. Vanity.
No. In Vogue.
Any other chicks that Prince fucked?
It's not.
I'm losing.
No,
it's hard for me to guess. I only know a certain amount of women.
This is Offlin Russell.
Most of them.
Okay.
I save most of my bandwidth for men because they're more important. But women, usually it's like they come in and then they go straight to the spam, to the trash folder. Like it's the emails you delete, the ones you don't save, It's like you only need a few. Like I really only need one main one, but the rest of them,
No,
men.
You've got at least 5, 6 women in your life that are very important to you, and I know who they
at
are.
least two. At least
you
two.
know, you've
3,
got
4.
your woman, your mother, my
Your
mother.
Yeah.
Our aunt who just had a birthday yesterday, our beautiful Aunt Lois, and our Aunt Joan.
All my aunts. So okay, I'm up to around about 10.
About 10.
15.
Yeah. And
Because
it's fine.
some of them that I don't actually know and love, I do respect.
Our top 10, top 15 when it comes to women is really all the women we've ever needed.
I'm being facetious.
I'm not.
No, he isn't. He really feels this way.
Yeah, I'm actually like I don't want to sound like a misogynist, but I do hate women. What I'm saying is,
well, you had too many of them do you wrong. You're a bad picker.
This woman's
draft better.
This week's woman
You're the
of
New
the
York
week.
Jets of women.
I am like a Jets fan.
Make some bad picks.
I am such a Jets fan when it comes to women. I don't know if I'm a Jets fan or a Giants fan
when
it comes to women, but either way, I'm fucked.
I'm the Colts that picked Peyton Manning, and you're the Chargers that picked Phillip Rivers. Or not Phillip Rivers, Ryan Leaf.
Ryan Leaf.
Yeah.
And then we got Phillip Rivers. And he did us solid.
For 1 year. But he was better.
But
Ryan Leaf was terrible.
We need a fresh boy. We can't be playing these stale old men. We're not the Buccaneers, okay? We're not.
Well, we got a younger guy now.
Do we?
Yeah, Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz.
Yeah, he played for the Eagles. They drafted him in top 3. I don't know if he was number 1 or not. I can't remember, but our coach now was his offensive coordinator his first couple years, and he almost won the MVP. But he got hurt.
We're gonna call this episode a little gassy.
So,
I'm telling you, both of you and me got the burps today.
But no, I don't know. He might be good.
We'll
he might
see.
Not. We'll see.
We'll fucking see.
You'll place some bets that you don't know anything about on it.
Offlin Russell. I almost said Offlin.
So let's get on to who's the woman of the week. We're talking about fucking football players and shit.
That's what I'm saying.
They're men.
It's the woman of the week. It's Offlin Russell.
Such a fucking.
I know Offlin sounds like a man's name, but it's not a man's name.
You're such a patriarchal Nazi. It's so disgusting.
I know. I have no children, and I love black people, Jews, and gays all the same amount. You know, as
the
much as
only
I love
charity
else.
you donate to is the Nazi hospital. Available on our YouTube channel.
That is true. Listen to my record, Nazi Hospital. Oh man, I really shouldn't have named it that if I was going to buy Hawaiian shirts.
It's not favorable to
Offlin Russell was born the 2nd of January, 1962 in Jamaica. And not Jamaica Queens and not Jamaica Heights, Bostonians. I'll tell you right now that she was born in the Isle of Jamaica.
Did her father own McDonald's? Shout out to Coming to America 2.
Which was
probably
great.
Gonna suck.
It was great. I watched it. He hasn't seen it yet. It's fantastic. You know how I bitched about the
Was John Amos in it?
Oh yeah, he kills it.
Okay, awesome.
And you know how I was like,
I love John
the
Amos.
dance scene fucking sucked. The dance scene in this one, so much better. Less people.
I'm barbershop. You know the barbershop's gonna kill every time.
But also there was like musical performances throughout it that were like,
but that's
fucking Daryl's house, bro. I mean, it was fucking
tons of white. They had blackface, whiteface. They had all kinds of faces in that movie.
It was pretty. They had Jew face. They had Jew face with the Mashugana in the barbershop.
He beat Joe Frazier.
Offlin Russell.
Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano. Okay, let's get to
this week's
it's
woman
about
of the
women,
week.
not
It's not
blacks,
about old
whites, and Jews.
It's not about old black men pretending to be old Jewish men. It's about Offlin Russell.
That's shit that I prefer. But let's talk about some kind of woman, any woman.
Offlyn Russell was born the 2nd of January, 1962 in Jamaica.
Was she naked?
When she was born, absolutely.
Okay, all of them are. Okay.
Naked as the day is long. And she lived in poverty for 16 years until she was invited to be on the 1978 reggae Sunsplash as a boss DJ. And that was when people fucking found out about Mama Nancy, or Sister Nancy as she is more greatly known.
Sister Nancy. Okay, I know who you're talking about.
Oh, did I say sister instead of sister? I didn't.
Yeah, it's sister.
It is sister. It does have a hard
ER in this situation.
But, God damn it. Stop making this political.
Not
I'm
Papa,
trying to celebrate
it's not
this
Papa
woman.
John, dude. It's Sister Nancy.
I'm trying to celebrate this woman.
I actually know this one. Didn't know the Candy Lady, but I know.
I mean, Bump Bum is one of the great songs that she had, but also Ain't No Stoppin' Nancy and 1-2. I mean, these are great dance songs. They're great reggae songs. They were able to calm the savage beast out there on the lake this week. The geese literally sat the fuck down to listen to Sister Nancy. And Sister Nancy was the original dance hall DJ that inspired the likes of Lady Saul, Lady G, Lady P, Lady English.
All the ladies.
You know, all the ladies. I'm not going to say all the single ladies,
Well,
because these hoes be getting around. You know what I'm saying?
This is the one I actually know, like, a little bit about. And it's like, yeah, like, because, I mean, if you ever seen the movie Belly, like, this song plays.
Yes.
This song plays when the assassination chick that they stole pretty much from Scarface.
Assassin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna kill Ox. She's walking down the hallway in a thong with her fat ass jiggling the whole time, and they're playing this song. Bum, 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 bum.
Man,
I'm a lady, I'm not.
We should all take a moment of silence for that ass.
Sure.
Like, dude, fuck little babies dying of malaria. That ass is something to behold. You know, it's not
that whole movie.
That's ass would ruin your day, ruin your week.
They celebrate it in that movie pretty well. I appreciate it, and for National Women's Appreciation History
of the World Month,
that we care about women and all of you ladies.
Yeah. Because what we're trying to do is say with our words what we do with our actions and our values every day.
Well, also,
which is
I'd
celebrate
like to
and value
say
women.
that Tommy Bunn's chick in Belly is the chick from Bronx Tale that was Collageno's black girlfriend that his father and Sonny both disapproved of because they were racist Italians.
Yeah. Typical racist.
And she was hot as hell in that movie too.
Yeah.
You could have maybe nominated her for Woman of the Week.
I wasn't going to do that because I thought,
Selma
frankly, I thought that Sister Nancy was, you know, somebody who had touched more people.
That scene of the
dance hall reggae. I mean, like she literally started the whole like I'm a dirty lady in the reggae world.
In Jamaica, like even the chicks that assassinate people by cutting their throats walk down slim hallways that are dark with a thong on and a giant ass poking out. Like,
I'm sorry, am I missing what you're saying here?
Yeah, like if this chick was actually a real assassin, like I would think she would be in like military gear, like.
Nah, probably just dressed a little bit
They're
more
saying,
down,
hey,
a little bit subtler.
Hey, this
more subtle.
This American Jamaican that has all these Neapolitan Mastiffs had this black rapper from New York that's also a bank robber and club robber. You know.
Are you having a problem with like the truth of the story to the movie Belly? I'm trying to celebrate.
Well, I'm
Auckland
just
Russell.
saying, if she really was that good into killing, that's not the outfit she would have. I mean, I'm not gonna hate on the outfit because she had a dope ass, but like, she's not really a believable killer. Like, Ox would have murked this bitch.
Well,
Ox had the biggest gun. He's the original Jamaican Dundana, so.
Sister Nancy wasn't like Lady Saul. She didn't spend an entire career hanging out in the dance halls, dancing her ass off, performing for all the people in Jamaica.
She's a lady. She's not a man.
Yeah, she was doing her own thing on the records, and she also didn't move to Kingston and make it off of her own hard work in a sewing factory. She got picked up at 16 right off the farm, and they were like, "Hey, you are now a star. We give you one opportunity." She killed the opportunity. It made it into an entire career for her.
Yeah,
and then,
I think like
in 1996, John,
Lady Saw was like the Christina Aguilera, and like Sister Nancy was like fucking Alicia Keys. You know, like.
Yeah, in a lot of ways. Or maybe more like an Etta James, because she was very impactful throughout lots of women and then following tenure, you know. But
you might know more about
in
interactions with women.
Well, 1960 or 1996, she called it quits. She stopped being a reggae performer. I mean, she performs occasionally around the New York area, but now she's just retired from that life and living as an accountant in New Jersey.
Good call. Well, was she worth $1 billion?
Mm-hmm. She's worth enough money to be like, I'd like to be an accountant now.
Well, so she has that amount of money, and she knows good enough to just, okay, my time's over. I'll be obscure.
Yeah. She literally said, like, oh, I would like to leave it to girls like Lady G, and Lady Saul, and Lady P, Lady English, to continue the tradition of women boss DJs in the dance hall scene in Jamaica. And I'm going to live up here.
It's time for me to hang out.
New York
leave
City
it to
adjacent.
the rest of these younger girls to be exploited and taken advantage of. It's not my game anymore.
I'm ready to just
I'd
go
rather do people's H&R Block reports than pour my heart and soul into music and have a bunch of men make money off of me.
Well, she did sign her music rights over to Jay-Z.
Dude, you think
Damian
Harvey
Marley.
Weinstein was bad? Tell me what these executives in Jamaica were all about. Those motherfuckers were doing dirty shit. I'll tell you what.
Jay-Z, Damian Marley, and, of course, the high and holy Yeezy, Kanye West, former candidate for president of the United States, all bought the rights to her music. So I think she does her own numbers, frankly. I don't know.
She might be the Rick James. She's like, yeah, sample my shit. I don't care. They all saw her in Belly like I did. What the bomb. Yeah, you think Jay-Z knew about that shit before fucking...
Speaking of eyebrows on fleek.
DMX went to fucking Jamaica to fuck some fat-ass Jamaican bitches and kill a dude with fucking feathers in his hair.
Frankly, I like a heavier Jamaican woman. You know? Like I like a thin Jamaican woman. I like an in-between, you know? But... heavy Jamaican woman can put it on you, soft and sweet. You know what I'm saying? They grew up sharing the shelter of single beds and shit like that. They know how to make it work in a small.
If you got something they can eat, you're probably in pretty good shape.
That's what it's all about, dude. It's all about Takis.
Them belly full.
Them belly full.
No, that's why they smoke so much weed. They're hungry.
Well, John, I think that about does it for this week. We've celebrated a beautiful black queen. We've explained why neither of us really care for Milo all that much. We're both passing on Papa John's because I'm gonna order some Cuginos. You know what I'm saying?
Papa John's is garbage.
Leave me hanging on that. Leave me hanging on the Cuginos. Okay.
We don't do high fives on this podcast. Come on.
It's probably a good idea. We only just clap for sound. Anyway, my name is Keith Ray. I'm not a Nazi. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode.
He just likes that shirt. It's just that shirt.
It's just this one. Just a nice shirt. It's just a shirt. Shirt and a squirt.